Hello and welcome back everybody once again to All the Mods 9 here on my public alpha testing server. You can join if you'd like. There is no whitelist for the time being. The IP is scrolling beneath me as well as in the description. A link to the Discord is also in the description where I post updates as to when I'm going live and when I'm updating the server. Be warned that with alpha testing, we may have to reset the server sometimes. Sometimes updates don't go right. And the purpose of this is to find bugs. And boy, do we find them. Hey Delta, how you doing? Good to see ya. There's been a few updates since the last stream. One thing very major. So let's dive into the patch notes. So right from the start, they changed from TOP to Jade again and said, one day we'll figure this out. They updated mc.Mcjtylib to fix missing recipes. And they updated Terralith because they had to, I guess. They updated Generators Galore, and there's new textures that were paid for, which is really interesting. Ender.io has received 2 big updates, which hopefully fix a lot of the bugs we were facing. And Delta just got back from a concert. Awesome. I hope it was well for you. And here's the big one. They added Gregtech. Oh, man. I know a lot of the stigma around Gregtech. It's one of the most advanced chemical material mods for the game. However, I've never used it myself, so this is going to be new to me. And they did state, as of now, this will not affect other mods, but will eventually be used for the All the Mods Star. For anyone curious, the All the Mods Star is the end game item in an official All the Mods pack. It's what's used for like the creative items and such. Hello, Spike Jones. How you doing? So once there's a quest chain, quest line, and all the modium and all the mod stars, that's when we'll really dive into Gregtech. We might mess around with it a little bit in alpha testing, but seeing as I don't know much about it, it's going to be a bit rough without a quest line. We are going to set up a quarry today to get some more materials and hopefully some of the starting Gregtech materials. Then there was 2 more updates. First one was that they updated Gregtech and they changed configs to fix some vanilla recipes we lost during one of the updates. And last but not least, they added reliquary reincarnations. Reliquary has an item most people are familiar with when they think of reliquary, and that is the lily pad of fertility. Really helps with crop growth. So we've got a bunch of reliquary reincarnations now, especially the reliquary pedestals, which is nice, as well as the mob charms. For anyone who doesn't know what the charms do, you get them from killing mobs, or some of them can be crafted. And you turn the fragments into a charm, and when you're wearing the charm, those mobs will not see you, which is fantastic for survivability. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive in today by first checking out the colony. So the 2 residences did finish, and I recruited a couple people to be our courier and such. Ooh, a globe. You know what? I want to buy the globe. Let me actually do that. In fact, let's just buy a bunch. And then get rid of them. In terms of research, our first research finished, excuse me, which was to be able to build a hospital. And then I went ahead, or yeah, we unlocked a hospital, and I've queued up unlocking a school. It's still got about 30 minutes remaining. Let's go ahead and go check out what is needed from our builders to build the other residences here in the colony. And I swear, running around, so like our clipboard shows everybody needs a bunch of stuff right now, but I saw a quest symbol during the intro. You should get the Morgan sword from Mcjtylib. I'm not going to get it until they do the config for it, which is going to give it realistic limits on its damage and such. Oh, it's the courier. See? He's got a quest. The reason for that being is when they change it, any work on a Morgan sword right now would be wasted. It would all have to be done again. And personally, I kind of enjoy Excalibur more, even though you have to use nether stars to raise its cap instead of killing villagers. But either way, I'm not going to mess with Mcjtylib swords until the updated config is in, because like right now it has some stupid cap. It's like thousands of damage, and it's not realistic. It's broken. So let's see what the courier says. Could I ask you to help me with something? What do you need? I want to give a poppy to Keenan and Mello, but I'm too shy to do it myself. Can you deliver it for me? I'd be happy to help. Okay. So we need to give a poppy to someone? Seems like an easy enough quest. Let's find, if we look on the mini map, what was the name? Was it Keenan? Or I already, oh yeah, here we go. So here's the quest. Yeah, here you are. And you get a diamond. This would be so good if you were starting out early. If you had just started the game, starting with colonies, now that it has a whole quest system that rewards you with items, is pretty cool. I think it'd be fun. Let's go through the list here. Let's come to the builders, who are probably stuck because they can't chop down trees. They need axes. And I did forget to mention, something I queued is after we build 2 more residences, I'm gonna I can speak. We're going to upgrade the builder huts to level 2, because we need to start upgrading our buildings in order for our research to unlock some of the ones we want. So let's get some axes. Currently, the best they can use is stone. So let's just get a few of these. Let's get 3 for each. And I'll throw them in the inventory, and looks like there's no junk we need to take out just yet. In fact, the courier may have already moved it to the warehouse. All right, and there's some axes for you. And then our cowhand also needs an axe. Why don't we go do that? So here's the cowhand. And once we've done that, what else does he need? Yeah, we're not going to do the buckets. We've got enough buckets of milk from him. Clipboard wise, nice and clean. Now, our builders are just clearing the terrain for the residences right now. They haven't requested the build materials, but what we can do... By the way, I did get some bumblebee spawn eggs from a wandering trader earlier today, which was really nice. Let's go ahead and look at the required resources after we take a snooze here so my villagers don't die. And we can see here Gonna need a bunch of materials. And something I'm gonna do is actually grab a... Oh gosh. What was it called again? A resource scroll. And what we're going to do is, instead of giving them all that they need for just the buildings, we're going to stock the warehouse with a few thousand of all these different materials. Looks like the racks have started, which is great. Definitely going to need to upgrade the warehouse. I'm just looking to clean up some of the stuff that's in here really quick. Actually, we'll leave the string and leather. And let's start with cobblestone stairs. So we've got like 600 here. Probably don't need to make more. Let's load them up. And then red beds. We already know they're going to need tons of these as we build more residences and such. So we'll load up a whole bunch into the warehouse. And what I'm thinking, guys, is once we get all the materials sorted, we're going to set up a quarry and try to get some Gregtech materials, but we need to prepare the base to handle the resources from the quarry. Something we're going to need to do is a bunch of spruce logs. And eventually we'll be able to have the colony produce all these materials themselves. But we're not quite there yet. We need a few more buildings, as well as a few levels in research. But slowly and surely, as long as we chip away at it every episode, this colony is going to become self-sufficient. Spruce doors, spruce fences, and spruce plank. Let's queue a bunch of planks. We've already got a few fences and some fence gates. And I'm going to queue a bunch of doors. And then after the planks, let's see what else we're going to need. Stone bricks and torches. Now, torches is going to be another big one. Let's give them a whole bunch. So we'll queue like 1,000 of these. Torches, planks, and just stock them up. And we'll let the courier handle getting these to the builders. Should just be stone brick now. Which we've got a bit of. And there we go. Let's let the colony catch up now. And we'll go work on other things. So what I'm thinking in terms of a quarry for the Gregtech materials, there's a lot. We don't really... I can't make a storage bus preemptively for it because I'm not sure what ores there are, what materials there are. And since I'm using 256K ME disk drives, I'm thinking we'll do another storage bus as a higher priority than our ME drives. Because right now, all that's coming into the base is essence and wool. That's it. We haven't set up any of our old systems yet. So we should be good to very simply grab ourselves a cable. And we need a storage bus. And I want to use sophisticated chests for this. I have an idea. let's take an oak netherite chest and turn it into shulker. And you know what? Let's be safe and do 2. And you'll see what I'm going to do here. Just because I want to test it. So we've got 2 netherite shulkers that I kind of want to turn black. And we're going to come to sophisticated storage, and similar to the drawer mods that I'm sure nearly everybody's experienced and played with, there is controllers for these. So why don't we find the storage controller? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know about the storage link. That's interesting. Let's make a pattern for a storage controller. And I believe there's a wand, right? Ah, yeah, here we go. Oh, am I getting attacked in my base? How am I bleeding? I thought I had PvP off. Is PvP on? Yeah, we'll have to fix that. Unfortunately, there's no way to fix it in-game still that I know of. I have to change it in the server config. Ah, that distracted me. We need the wand. So, we'll make a pattern for a storage tool. And go ahead and craft one of these up. Now, if we look at it, links, locks, and heights counts, tiers, locks on storage, just like drawers. Sneak scroll to change mode. So right now it is in... Oh, it's... My hearts are covering it. We don't have the colored hearts yet. I can't wait till they add it, because I'm really tired of seeing so many hearts. Let's do that. Okay, unlinking, show hide upgrades, show hide tiers, hiding locks, hiding counts, locking, unlinking from... I wonder if we put down a controller, if it'll change modes to be linking to controller. So what we'll do is we'll just put this right here and put down our 2 shulkers. Okay, linking to controller. I'm not sure how to do this. Maybe it can't do the shulkers. Did we make a mistake? Let me just put down like a diamond chest. Ah. There's a laser it shows. So I don't think the shulkers will work. So let's unlink the chest. Let me just double check. Oh, they do link. Okay. Hopefully both of these are linked now. Not 100% sure. Well, let's keep going here. Let's keep moving. I'm going to put down a cable and a storage bus. And what we're going to do is, I believe we have a priority of 3,000 on the drives. So I'm going to set a 3001. Now, it might get a few materials that we don't necessarily want. I'm having a hard time knowing if that one is linked. Okay, so that one is linked. Okay, now they're both linked. There just had to be a gap for some reason. That's really weird. Okay. With that done, let's get some stack upgrades for these. Like so. As you can see, any items coming in are being shot over here, and this is going to help us know the items that are not configured properly. So the essence is missing those. What else are we missing? But the goal is we'll set up the quarry. And as the ores come in, we'll let it run for a while. It'll fill up, and then we can set the filter in the storage bus. Then we'll know what we need to do. So let's go ahead, and I'm throwing them in here, but they're going to be coming to these shulker boxes for a moment. Let's actually turn this down until we are ready to turn on the quarry. That way I can actually put items away. And let's see here. Oh gosh, we haven't even set up the graves. We haven't played in a bit, guys. I've been really into Diablo 4. I've been really wanting to stream it. But I've been mentally working on what I want to do with the channel lately. And I have decided I am not going to make individual channels for every game I play. Fallen Pumpkin King is going to be my YouTube channel. Here where you are. And it's going to be about 90% modded Minecraft. And then 10% variety and podcast. That's what it's going to be. That's what we're going to do. Hey Daniel, how are you? But why don't we go clean up our quarries? And we need to get them set up in new chunks. Now that we have the Gregtech ores. So let's come over here. Let's first come to the nether quarry. And let's unclaim this chunk. Make sure we're on pick up to inventory. And we'll clean up the builder. And this one, we're already at the edge of generated chunks. But I'm not 100% sure. You know what? Let's just fly for a while. I'm even going to turn on the jetpack so we fly much faster. Okay, we are generating chunks. I can tell because the server is barely keeping up with it. We'll go pretty far out into new chunks, just trying to make sure we're far away from where anybody would be mining or anything like that. And we'll go ahead and stop here. Check our chunk boundaries. And now we may have to redo the filter on the builder. Not the card, but the filter. Uh-oh. No. It's still in the game. It's still a bug. I may have just timed out everybody on the server. Okay, there we go. Pulling the shape card in and out, like, crashes everybody. But let's remove this, and if we take a look at Gregtech, let's make sure the ores have the Forge Ores tag. They do. So let's add the fresh forge ores. And all of these have the tag. Oh, no. It's just forge ores. Okay. I am curious what the GTC is. Okay, nothing we need to worry about. So with the forge ores filter, fortune quarry, let's get down our dimensional chest, a waystone, calling it nether quarry. We'll go ahead and claim this chunk and give this power. And before we turn it on, now we'll come to the base and raise our priority here. And turn it on. Now let's head to our in-world quarry. And the way we're going to get this one up and running is we're going to use the random teleport. And we're hoping to be at least 10,000 blocks on one of the accesses. Axis is... There we go. We are negative 13,000 blocks on the Z coordinate. It's a bit hard to see. Let me come to the options. Minimap preset 1. Oh, it did get reset. What the heck? Let's change our font scale. I think is the one we want to change. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Now you guys should be able to see the chords better. But here we go. We've come out to fresh chunks. Let's get down a quarry. Pretty sure no one has been out here. Oh no, my F3 bugged again. Somehow my F3 bugs now and then. With the better F3 menu, I can't open it. Let's get down our waystone. Call it quarry. Our builder. And we'll probably time everybody out here again as I pull out the filter. And just to be safe, we are going to... We don't need any more terracotta. We are going to fresh add forge ores. Make sure that's a whitelist. Yeah, okay. We'll give it the dimensional chest, its power, and turn it on. Let's make sure the chunk is chunk loaded. Oh, lagging a little bit. There we go. And we'll head back home. And let's see what's coming into the storage now. I'm going to add the wool to... Where's the chest of miscellaneous items? Here it is. Let's add wool to that. Okay, so here comes the Gregtech stuff. Stone dust, hematite, malachite, andesite, geothite. And what we'll do is we'll let this run for maybe 10 minutes here. just to make sure we get just about every ore type. And then we'll set the storage bus filter, fix the priorities, and our ME system will be back and running how it should be. How did we get dirt seeds? Did I not set up a seed backpack? Oh my gosh. Oh, because we were processing them all. That's right. Okay, well, it'll have to sit in here for now, all the seeds, until we get all the ore types. In the meantime, let's see what the colony's up to. Oh, our clipboard has reset itself. That or the server is lagging. Nope. There we go. Okay, bucket and fertilizer. So we're still good there. We've set the builder's huts to be done next. Why don't we get a few more things set up around the colony? So the next thing I want to do is get another farmer's plot up and going. So if we look at mine colonies, we're going to get maybe 2 more fields, because we want to build a hospital for our villagers to cure themselves. But the hospital itself is going to need the resources. So let's place down a scarecrow. And let's lower it to literally just 1111. So it should be all around like that. And then we'll come 1, 2, next one. Change it to be build size 1. And we're going to have our farmer do potatoes. We'll give her a few to start with. And carrots. So potato, carrot. And I don't know if one farmhand can work oh, yep. See, look, she's sick. Carrot, potato. Yep. Let's give her one of each of these, so she'll cure herself. But what I'm curious about, so if we look at our fields, we do need multiple farmers. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out, but I'm going to give her some extra carrots and potatoes to plant. And let's get a hospital queued up to be built. So we're going to need a pattern for hospital. Go ahead and grab that and a build tool. And the hospital kind of needs to be at a location that everybody can get to. And I was thinking right here. So for now, I'm going to clear the trees because once buildings are built, we'll replant so that our autumn vibe forest can keep that kind of vibe. Let's put down our build tool here. And I actually want to do it at this Y level. And I bet it's under fundamentals. Yeah. Fundamentals hospital. Shouldn't be too big. But it is just one block too big. It would cut into the guard tower. So we actually can't put it here. Maybe we'll put it up here. I cleared out this hill. I was going to put the mystical site up here, but maybe what we'll do is put our hospital. So let's see. We've got some space there, a little bit here. Let's come over to up 1 and over again. And I want the entrance side over here. So that looks perfect. And let's queue this to be built. Okay. So with our slow build speed, there's nothing much more we can do at the moment other than wait for the colonists to catch up. But I think our quarries have been running long enough here. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and do this now. I'm going to have to throw this stuff in here because I need the inventory space. What I'm going to do is just come down the line of all the ores that don't currently have storage, especially these Gregtech ores. And we'll go ahead and add them to the filter. Now what we can do is take out everything that wasn't supposed to be in here and just feed it into the ME system itself. Perfect. Okay. So the quarry storage is up and running now, which is good. Everything's working pretty much as it should be. Let's check on the builders, see if we can't help them clear their area. Or, ooh, you know what we could actually do? Why don't we take a look at some of the Gregtech resources we're getting and what you do with it? So hematite gives you iron. The forge hammer gives you crushed hematite. Macerator gives you more crushed. Let's see what... So we're going to have to start at low pressure, right? We're going to have to start with steam. Which does mean bronze fluid pipe, which means wrench, hammer, and plate. Or once you have an extruder, but those are also there. Yeah, there is the LV, MV, HV, EV, IV, LUV, ZPM, UV. Okay. Thankfully, I know a little bit about Gregtech, thanks to Threefold and his Gregtech New Horizons series. But we're going to have to start with a wrench. Why don't we get all the tools? I'm going to move us over to where we are making sure the whole colony is within simulation distance, so it's running. And let's take a look at some of the tools we need. So we need a wrench from Gregtech, which looks like we're going to need a hammer first. So, hammer. And I'm hoping, yeah, iron hammer. Crushes blocks when harvesting them. Okay. Let's get a... I'm actually going to make a pattern for iron hammers. Oh boy, server is having a rough time right now. And let's get a hammer. Just gonna make sure it works. Yep, okay, there's our Gregtech hammer. Now, let's see if we can make an iron wrench. Yeah, there we go, iron wrench. Let's make it a pattern once the server catches up. I wonder if it's my quarries. Do you guys think it's my quarries that's lagging the server because it's having to generate chunks? We'll go ahead and encode this pattern, and the iron plates, we can, oh my gosh, I can speak. I want to set up create so that we're not using a durability tool. I think that would be good. There is the Ad Astra compressor, but I don't want to do its energy system. Let's go ahead and... it sounds like everybody's putting out new quarries. So if everybody's going out, finding a new place to generate chunks, that's probably what's causing the lag, most likely. The builders are actually very efficient lag-wise, but if a player is out there generating new chunks, it's generating a 10-chunk radius at a time, and it hits the server. But let's go ahead and we're going to dive into Create. We haven't really done that yet, and the thing is I wanted Create to be on another floor. Now, I've been debating what to make the floor out of. And I'm not 100% sure. Of whether I continue the gray concrete or if we do a wood floor up here. Why don't we start with a wooden floor? And if eventually, if we don't like it, we'll update it to be a different material. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, guys, now that my brain is ticking, I'm actually going to just set it up for the automated systems down here. That's how I think we're going to do it. So why don't we claim this chunk area as create? And the first thing we're going to need to do is generate stress units like we did at our old base. So let's grab that water wheel we had, the large one. And I'm actually going to do 2 of them. No, 3 of them. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to craft 2, use 3. And I'll go ahead and move this torch. And we'll set up our water wheels, our large ones, with the new updated create. I'm really loving the fact that we get to see all these updated mods for 1.20. It is fascinating what the creators have decided to do. Let's make a little structure here for our water wheel. Did I do it in line? I did. Yeah, right there. Oh, your researchers have finished higher learning. I know you can't see it because of my camera, but our research finished. We've unlocked the school. Why don't we get another research started if we can? We'll go ahead and why don't we look at technology? Is there any we can do right now? Farmers don't trample crops. Stonemason's hut requires a mine. Forester. A lot of these require a mine. We need to get a mine set up ASAP, but I'm actually going to research soft shoes. So we need 16 feathers, 16 wool. Luckily, I think we have just enough feathers. And we'll grab some wool and we'll get this started. Okay, that is now researching soft shoes. All right, let's come over to the create area. And we'll set up the water wheel. Now, if you ponder the water wheel in the latest version, the 1.20 create, it specifically tells you you no longer need to do water along all sides. It says it right here. Covering additional sides will not improve its kinetic output. So we don't need to do a loop. It can actually just look like a cool water wheel. And why don't we be a bit decorative about this, guys? I'm going to get us some planks. And what we're going to do is have the water coming from outside the base. And that will make sense eventually. But we'll take... you know what? Instead of spruce planks, we're going to use oak and spruce together. So I'm going to put down some oak right here. I think is where I need to do it. Or is it right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. I believe I only need them there. Oh, you know what? I didn't mean to turn these to... Or you know what? We'll just make them oak. That's fine. And we'll need some planks here. And what I'll do... is add a little area for where the water is going. Like so. Just trying to be a bit more creative in our alpha testing. I'm used to being a bit more design oriented, but all of my series lately, I haven't really done that. With our water wheel set up, we're going to have a little inlet here. And for now, I'll just put the water... Oh, we're out of buckets. Oh, that's right. Let me... put the iron wrench pattern in. How you doing, Fallen? I'm doing good, Gabriel. How are you? Hope you're having a good one. Let's get down our water. Make sure everything worked like it's supposed to. Beautiful. Okay, we'll eventually add where the water's coming from. I have an idea of running water through the base. I think it'd be kind of cool. But there we go. We are now generating stress units. So what I'm going to do is we should have some cogwheels here. We don't have the materials to make an adjustable drive yet, so... we are going to have to speed this up manually. I'm going to put a large cog into two tinies. Like so. And then this is going to be normal water wheel speed. This one we will accelerate a little more. And then I'm going to change how I did the torches. I'm going to bring the energy down. And we'll probably run it in the floor over this way. I like the look of the gears. I know there's other ways we could do the transfer of the stress units, but I just like the look of the gears. Let's run a rod down this way. And now here's where we will pull stress units from. We're going to have the faster line and the slower line. So let me come out and down. and we'll put another rod here. And we'll eventually put the casings on these so that it looks a lot better. We're going to put the super heavy stress unit stuff here, not so heavy stress unit stuff here, until we're able to get some of either a boiler up and running, or do we have the additions to create yet that let us use forge energy? I'm not seeing it. What if I type stress? Yeah, I'm not seeing the motor. So we are going to have to eventually get a boiler up and running. Okay. Now, in order to pull the power out, we're going to take some gearboxes, which it looks like we need a few of them. Oh, we need it. We still have an automated andesite casings. Have you checked out the boiler since it was added? Asks Gabriel. Did they change the boiler? Is that what you're saying? Oh, hold on. I am being raided from the northeast. All right, northeast. We're looking for the campfire. That's the most sure way to find the raiders. Here in the northeast. Did I see? I thought I saw a fire. Where's the raiders? Northeast. Yeah, I went northeast. I wonder if they're more down the line. I'm not seeing them on the mini map either. My blind guys, where's the... I see a campfire over here, but that was the last raid, right? Oh no, this is a village. Where on earth is this raid? Oh. What is that? Yeah, that was a raider. Where did they come from? Are they already in my colony? Hold on, I need to see if they're already in my colony. I think we're good. That was so weird. Why was there just one raider? Let's try to... Oh, let me see this. Now, that was an old question I had before you mentioned boilers. Ah, okay. So he had to come from this direction, right? Where are they, guys? I'm super confused. They've got to already be in the colony. Or they... Oh, I think I see one down here. Nope, just a fox. They've got to be in my colony, right? Oh, yep, I see one. Didn't mean to kill the cow. My sword is AoE, which is not the best for this. Let me quickly grab... I'm just gonna have to use a random sword. I think they're over here. not the best sword. Where are they? I couldn't find their campfire either. Let's zoom in on the mini-map. Listening for the sound of doors being broken. The names of the entities is making it hard for me to see if there is a raider. Where are they coming from? Oh, here they are, here they are, here they are. So here's another one. Okay, we're out of the colony. I can use my AoE sword. Wait, did that actually spawn? Oh my gosh, guys. We found the campfire. On top of a spider web. Okay. Interesting. Hey, but we got a Hay Traveler's backpack. We did get a Chief's sword. Didn't get any of the mysterious enchanted books, though. There we go. Colony defended. Let's get back to doing create. Let me just quickly check. Everyone's good. Everyone's good. And maybe before we automate iron plates, we should automate andesite casing. So if we look at andesite casing, we can see it just needs a deployer and stripped logs. Now, stripped logs, if we look at stripped oak, can either be done with a... We're going to do this saw blade method, not the forester from colonies. All that we need to do is set a stripped oak log as the filter on an axe, on a saw, and we should be good. So why don't we get a mechanical saw? We'll do the cheap way of iron plates. Or I don't mean cheap, I mean kind of cheaty way. And what we're gonna need is some conveyor using belts. Had to think about it. Let's see if I can get 2 belts. And then what I'll do is we'll take our gearbox. Let's see if we can get 1 more gearbox. That's all we need. Perfect. That is all the andesite casing we have. And what we'll do is we'll set up andesite casing. Let me check the chunks. Oh, we fell in a hole. I kind of want it to be down at this end. So let me get our chunk line. And run our shafts down this way. And about right here, I'm going to place a vertical gearbox into another gearbox where we will take our wrench like so. And I'm going to place some... You know what? We're going to do it in the middle line. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. I'm going to place down a couple of these. We do need some more. And we're going to need the saw. Oops, I minimized the game. Give me a second, guys. So this is a pretty easy way to do it. All we're going to do is go cogwheel, cogwheel, cogwheel. That should cause the saw to turn that way, but the belt goes against it. We may not be moving fast enough for the saw blade. Maybe we'll do a bit more speeding up. But let's get this system up and running first. Perfect. In fact, you know what? We don't need to go. Let's actually shorten this on both sides. There we go. And we're going to get 2 chests. They don't need to be anything crazy. We'll just grab 2 iron chests. And we'll put them down on each end. Looking good. Then we're going to need some funnels. Oh, what happened? Oh, lag. All right, so we'll put down a funnel there and a funnel here. Then I'm going to grab a pattern provider. And you know what? Maybe we'll route the applied energistics underneath. Could be kind of good. Let's get set up to do that. And I think I'll run this way. There we go. All the cabling will eventually be hidden. It's going to look really good once we're done, but we're just not to that point yet. Let me put the pattern provider, and let's try to speed this up. Should be pretty easy to do. We'll go ahead and throw another large cog here into another small cog. Or, oh, you know what? I'm getting an idea. Yeah, I'm gonna come up so that I can then come back in just a second. You'll see what I mean by back in. Like so. And we'll try to make this look a bit more natural. We just need an adjustable drive, guys, and then this is going to be so much cleaner. But all I should have to do now is throw down a belt. You know what? We'll do the cogs. We'll do the cogs. I like the cogs. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. Oh, it's touching right there. Never mind, we do have to pull over a little bit. You'll see what I mean. We'll grab another belt and go like this. All right, let's see if that changed our direction. It did, so we do need to go from left to right, or we can try and flip it, but I don't think we need to. Let's just move our pattern provider over to this side. And we'll just grab a importer on this side. We'll need some cable, which it looks like how did we lose the patterns for cyan smart cable? I don't know. That's right. We're trying to stop using cyan because that is our P2P color. Let's go ahead and use 1. Waiting for the system to come online. Give it just a second. And then we'll just grab some regular cable. And we'll need a P2P port. Like so. Keep going through here. Let's see. We grabbed the top. Let's grab the right. And we'll pull in some cable. Let me also queue up dents. Don't need much. Just going to bring the dents to about here. And then I'm going to run a cable to here. And a cable to here. Now, before we do any actual importing, I'm going to disconnect this. Our saw blade still isn't spinning. This has got to be fast enough. Well, let's get some stripped oak as the filter and just test if we place oak, do we get stripped? Okay, it is spinning. We're good. Perfect. So what we're going to do is make a pattern for stripped oak log through sign and place that here. And then in case we have to queue a bunch at once, let's grab a just a couple stack upgrades into these. And we should be good to wire this up now. I'm going to speed up the import bus. And I'm going to take out the logs that are already in there. But now we can request stripped log. Let's give it a test. Oops. Let's request stripped oak. 1,000. Beautiful. Obviously not the fastest, but it's getting there. And that's the automation for the stripped oak done. Now we need a deployer. So let's make a pattern for deployers. We're working on getting andesite casing pattern, and we'll probably need to work on a pattern for electron tubes too. The iron plates we're gonna do with the press once we get it set up. We should already have a press, right? If we take a look here. That pulls up a lot of things. And my brain cannot see it fast enough, so I'm going to @create. We have a mixer and a press. Perfect. Let's check on our Gregtech ores. We're getting a good amount, including barite, which gives barite dust, or yeah, we've got This is going to be so fun, guys. I'm excited to learn Gregtech. I think it's going to be fun. It's something new for the All the Mods Star. The All the Mods Star has needed a revamp, and I think this was a good choice. I really do. But we've got to do a few things. Oh, we already have the brass plates because we made brass essence. We're good there. If we go to make a brass hand, we have it. And then we're going to need rose quartz, which we will do by hand for the moment. It's going to take time to get all of Create automated, but I'm telling you, as soon as you get most of the basics automated for Create, it becomes a much more enjoyable experience, in my opinion. Now, I'm noticing our pattern for brass hand didn't go away. That was interesting. Oh, I canceled the logs. Oh, well. Let's grab some rose quartz, and we're going to need some sandpaper, but let's see if there's any other integrations. Yeah, no, it is just sandpaper. Okay. Sandpaper is our only option. And we only have the base sandpaper? No way. We don't have diamond sandpaper yet. I didn't know that was an additional mod. I didn't know that that was added by additions. Let's make a pattern for sandpaper. And go ahead and grab a few of these, because can't they only do like 8? Yeah, they can each do 8. You can put unbreaking on it, but I don't think that's worth it, honestly. Let's get a few of these done. We're going to need electron tubes for a few things. I'm hearing lots of lightning. Is there a thunderstorm? Let's sleep through it. And we'll get a few rose quartz here. Just enough that we can get some automation going. Eventually, the rose quartz itself will be automated. We're just not to that point yet. Let me use 2 more and we'll call it good. But how's everyone doing today, wherever you are in the world? I myself doing pretty good. Having a good time. We'll probably just get iron plates automated and call the stream there, because I am supposed to play Diablo 4 with some friends tonight. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. But we should be able to make electron tubes now, I believe. So can we make a deployer? We're going to be short andesite casing. So let's grab some of our stripped logs and manually make some andesite casing really fast. Oops. Do this real fast, just a few of them, because we're about to automate this process. And let's get a deployer. I just put the oh, did I not put the andesite casings in? I didn't. And we need to make some iron plates the hammer way. Let me hurry and grab a few of these. And see if we can get a deployer. Okay, perfect. So we have our deployer. And I think what we'll do is grab a shaft. Or you know what? We'll do a whole new area now that we can make a few more gearboxes. Let me get 2 more of these. Or you know what? I'm doing the math in my head. I'm gonna need 3. Gonna need our wrench. And we'll try to set this up basically right next to this one. So let me break this for a moment. Place a gearbox. Oh, it changed the direction. And I don't want to use a gear shift. Normally I could just use a gear shift, but I'm just going to put another box. Okay. Let's turn this one vertical. And place a gearbox like so. Then a shaft. And 1 more gearbox. I'm also going to need more shafts. Gearbox, rotate. Excuse me. And then I'm going to put a... Oh, let's see what's going on here. Coob says, hey man, can you stop playing and buy me some fries? What are you talking about? It's not very nice. All right. I think we'll come out 1 additional block here. Or you know what? I'm gonna move this part of the setup a bit more over. And we'll go vertical, vertical, shaft, and vertical. I'm gonna put our deployer right here. Oops. Right here. Why is it placing weird? It worked that time. I mean, I'm realizing we need to go 1 higher though. We all get hungry from time to time. Yeah, I feel you there. I'm a little hungry myself. I'll probably heat up some pizza rolls after the stream. Any pizza roll enjoyers? Okay, so there's our deployer. And we'll go ahead and get a belt set up. Should only need a 3 wide for this one. You know, we haven't made the pattern for the belts. Let's do that. Mechanical belt, and we'll make a pattern for dry kelp as well. And we'll put the dry kelp pattern in our smelting. Okay. So let's see if we can get a belt. And we'll use the same chest method. Of 2 iron chests. Like so. And we're going to need to run some cable. Now, here's the thing. Instead of trying to include andesite in the pattern for our andesite casings, we are just instead going to always keep this deployer stocked with andesite, is the plan. To do that, we're going to bring our channels over. And there's a couple methods. We could either run a cable up here or put a dimensional chest that fills with andesite that then gets put into the deployer. And for the sake of looks, I think that would be better. So let's grab a dimensional chest. And we haven't set up the official storage yet, so we're just going to keep doing things here. Let me go ahead and place it down, and we're going to put this on frequency 2. Then we'll grab a little bit of cable and a export bus. Like so. And I'm going to put a crafting card in here saying you are to give andesite alloy to this chest as much as you can. And it should auto-craft andesite alloy if we make a pattern for it, because I don't think we have a pattern. Oh, we do. Is it just taking its sweet time? It is. Okay, now it should queue up some to be crafted, right? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Then we'll come back over here, place down another dimensional chest, and change it to frequency 2. And we'll just put a simple item pipe on it like so. So it gets andesite alloy. Now, the trick to make this work with the pattern provider. Let me show you guys here. We're going to make a pattern for andesite casing, but we're going to remove some of the materials. So we'll come to andesite, we'll come to the pattern terminal, we'll come to andesite, casing. And what we'll do is in the recipe here that says stripped oak plus andesite to this block, because it's a processing pattern, gives casing. We're going to take off andesite alloy. We're just going to left click it. So this pattern says if I want andesite casing, all it needs to do is for every casing, give 1 stripped log to this chest. Then we'll go ahead and throw that pattern here. Your Tripper says, hey Pump, have you played around with entangled blocks yet? They make a lot of automation a lot easier. Yeah, I love entangled blocks. I prefer using them once I have permanent locations for everything. We'll probably do a few entangled blocks ourselves this season. Okay, and then all we need now is a import bus. I did put an import over here, not an export, right? Yeah, import. Oh, why aren't we turning? There we go. Okay, we'll place our import bus with some acceleration cards. And once again, we'll place a few stack upgrades. Now, this method that I'm using of constantly stocking the deployer with a certain item means we can't use this line for anything else. But I'm okay with that right now. I don't really need it to do multiple things yet. What are we laughing at? What did I say? Did I make a mistake? Well, let's go ahead and grab a few more funnels, which we do need a pattern for. I just used some to automate honeybees. I feel smart. Nice. I like entangled blocks, especially for mods like Mechanism, but I have a feeling here with Gregtech, we might be using more entangled blocks than I ever have before. All right, let's place our funnels. And moment of truth, let's request some andesite casing. Oh, it's not stopping. Did I go? Ah, I may be one too high. Yep, I think I'm one too high, guys. It's a quick and easy fix, though. If it weren't for the stupid placement of this. Pure Shipper says, oh, absolutely. As far as I know, though, Gregtech hasn't actually started messing with other mods and crafting recipes yet. Yeah, I'm excited for what's to come. I think it's going to be a blast. But we're already starting to gather the Gregtech ores. And we're going to start processing as fast as we can because I want it to be that when the update finally comes in the alpha that adds the quest log and all the mod stars, I want to be the first guy with a star. Oh, I didn't know that, Gabrielle. Thank you. If you click on the belt with the deployer, it will place it at the right height. Awesome. Thank you. I had no idea. Pure Shibit says, I think this is the first time I've been to your base. Yeah, I noticed it said you entered my colony. Welcome, welcome. To the cube. That will possibly eventually one day be a castle. All right, let's fix this. Cancel that one. And re-request 10. Perfect. Awesome. Very last thing we want to get set up, guys, is a press. And you know what I just realized? We could double up here. The trick is I'm going to need brass funnels. So let's get some more brass from our essence. Gray says, didn't Gregtech intentionally restrict his mod to not work with others? We'll see what and what doesn't work, Gray. I'm curious. So, like, how do I put it? There's some ideas I have for integration, such as using entangled blocks. That I'll be interested to see if it works. It's going to take a bunch of testing, but we can't test that until we get enough Gregtech materials, which is what we're getting up now. But guys, here is a cool trick we're going to do. I'm going to grab some brass funnels so that we can add filters. And I actually need, let me think here. I'm going to need 4. Or no, I actually just need 2. And that's because what I'm going to do is place a brass funnel here and a brass funnel here. Grab some shafts. And go like so with a shaft here, here, and here. Yeah, okay, this will kind of work. It'll kind of do what I need it to. What is, hold on, there is some more. There's another item from Create. that can move items to an adjacent track. And it just goes on the track. And I'm trying to remember which item it is. Give me just a second, guys. Like, it's part of a belt. And it can put the items into another belt. Is it the tunnels? I don't think it's the tunnels. Oh, it is the tunnels. Ah, but the belt has to... I'm curious. Hold on. Let's check this out. Funnels? I'm using the funnels now, but can they move? Yeah, I think it's the tunnels. Let's give this a shot. Okay, this is going to be a pain. Let me make a pattern for these. We'll just use andesite. And you'll see what I'm trying to do here in a second. I don't know if the belt has to be pulling away. Because here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do, guys. Okay, it does. It has to be going away, so that's not going to work for what I want to do. That's fine. All we're going to do instead is get one more chest. Or you know what? We'll do this an even simpler method. Oh, let's see what people are saying. Beership says, it's the tunnels. Pondering shows you a quick and dirty setup. It does have to pull away. Yeah, I don't want to have to pull away right now. If you want a belt to run adjacent, you need funnels on each belt touching each other. 2 funnels. I can't really do that with what I'm trying to do here. So we're just going to quickly do this method because I'm running out of time. I'm going to put another chest and we're just going to pipe the items over to this chest. You guys will see what I'm trying to do here in just a moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to filter this one to stripped oak. And this one oh, okay. That makes sense, guys. This one is just very simply going to be filtered to iron ingots. Eventually we'll put a more comprehensive filter on it. And then I'm just going to put our press right there. Now we should be able to use this same pattern input to make our pattern for iron plates. Let's give it a try. Oh, does it not want to do a sideways drop? No. That's a bummer. I was hoping it could drop sideways onto a belt. Doesn't look like it can, though. I thought that would work. That's a bummer. So we'll just go a bit simpler. That's a word. Let me actually... It can, it's just backwards. What was... The funnel was backwards? Right click with wrench. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to set it to iron ingot. And right click with wrench. Oh, I understand now, guys. Thank you. That probably means we need to fix this. No, this one should be right. Yeah. Guys, that makes me curious. Actually, I'm going to wait for that to finish. Since there's an input mode, from what you guys are telling me, we could do this with another brass funnel. Set to input. Right? Does that work? Aha! We did it, guys. We did it. Now, I'm trying to remember with create. Can't we take a list filter, right? And in here, I should be able to add iron ingots and brass ingots. And we want this to be on the allow list and set it. Awesome, Chibit. Thank you. But with the filter, I should be able to now also make a pattern for... First, we'll need brass ingot from Essence. And then we're gonna need pressed like so. We'll go ahead and do the Essence to ingot here. And this one goes here. And now we should also be able to do brass plates. Perfect. All through the one. And all of that was to automate iron plates so I could make a wrench automatically. Ta-da! We needed to get started on it. We needed to get that done. But the reason we wanted a wrench is to start getting into the Gregtech. Why don't we finish off the stream by checking on the colony, which I'm sure hasn't been in simulation distance. What do you have for sale? Nothing I want. We do need to sleep really quick though. Where was... Hold on, I'm just checking something real quick, guys. Guys, I'm supposed to go play Diablo 4 with some friends. But I really want to play Minecraft. We haven't played in forever. And there's so much added. I want to dive into Gregtech. What I'll probably do after we check on the colony is once our... Okay, so why wasn't his... He's got an exclamation... Oh, they're sick. This is why we need the hospital, guys. I'm actually going to move the hospital up in build priority. So what I'm going to do, we'll give this guy a carrot and potato so he cures himself. Looks like a bunch of the colonists are sick right now.
Good day to you.
Let's go carrot, potato. And what we're going to do is come over to the town hall. Oh yeah, influenza is all throughout our colony right now, and I totally missed that. We're gonna change this in our work orders. We're gonna move the building a hospital to be the next thing to be done after the residences. Now, let's make sure we've cured everyone that is sick. So let's fly around here. Get everybody curing up so that we can hopefully stop the spread. And we'll make sure everyone's curing themselves. Okay, curing. Oh, we have a quest turn in at the courier. Oh, I'm still waiting for a clipboard. Well, I have a clipboard. Oh, does he want a fresh clipboard?
I'm going to do my best to work for you. Work.
All right, you found a clipboard. To use it simply, yeah, we've already been doing this. Awesome. So now we're done with that quest chain. Okay, let's make sure everyone's curing. That is sick. The courier was fine. Let's check the school. Or sorry, the university. I think everyone's good. I wonder how long we have on our research. Almost done. All right, so that's why our builders weren't really working. Everybody was sick. That's unfortunate. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this stream of alpha testing all the mods 9, where we've started gathering the ores for Gregtech and we've made our first tools. I think in the next stream we'll dive more into it and start processing all of the ores. If you enjoyed watching, consider leaving a like on the video. It really helps me out. And subscribe to the channel to be notified when I go live. Thank you to all the new subscribers since the last stream. I can't believe it. I am growing like crazy. I hope to see you all in the next one, but for now, my friends, have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.